The Garmin. The Garmin is meant to be fitted on a boat. The Garmin has a lot more features than the Lucky Fish Finder, but you've got to see if you need to use these features or not. With the Garmin, you can do different combinations. You can split your screen, you can use traditional, and you have the clear view. With Garmin, you have your chart plotter. You can drop anchor points and waypoints, tells you where your last fishing spot was and where your good fishing spots are. Unfortunately, with the Lucky Fish Finder, you cannot do this. With Garmin, it gives you your GPS speed, which is good because it tells you your trolling speed and how fast you're going. It gives you your GPS position. However, it gives you your depth, and even the Lucky Fish Finder gives you your depth, and it also gives you your water temperature. What you've got to ask yourself is, do you need the GPS speed and do you need your GPS position? Remember, these are entirely two different setups, and it depends what you want to use it for. One of the cons of the Garmin is you have to wire it all up. Yes, there's a lot of wiring involved and it takes a while to get this done. Whereas for the Lucky Fish Finder, which is here, it's wireless. There's no wires involved. You don't have to wire nothing. Garmin consumes a lot of power. So if you don't have a good size motor, or if you don't have solar panels, like I do, I have 150 watts of solar panels, then your battery is going to drop dead. You're going to get an hour and a half maybe on a small battery. Then you've got to go back home and you've got to charge it up again. With the Lucky Fish Finder, you charge it up at home. It's wireless, there's no wiring needed, it's small, it's compact, and it has the main features of a fish finder, just like the Garmin. The only difference is it doesn't have GPS, doesn't have your speed, it doesn't have the chart plotter, it has none of these features, but then it's great for if you just want to go fishing down the road, or else if you want to take your son down by the river. It's small, it's compact, and very easy to use. What I like about the Lucky Fish Finder is you don't have wiring set up, fuses and all of this whatnot, because it's completely wireless. If you're out for the whole day and you're gonna sit down and have lunch, you can just plug it into a USB in your cigarette lighter and just give it a top-up charge, just like I'm doing here. So what it really boils down to is, which of these two are better? I would say they both have their own uses and different purposes. If you're on a boat and you're speeding along, then I would go for the Garmin. It will give you your GPS position, it will give you your chart plotter, and it will tell you your speed for when you're trolling baits. However, if you're going to try and run a Garmin on a small battery like this, it's not going to last very long. You're lucky if you get 2 hours usage, and that's it, because these things eat a lot of power, especially when you're using the clear view. You got 450 kilohertz, and this thing is just pulsing down, and it's eating your battery up quite fast. Now, the Lucky Fish Finder, it doesn't have your GPS. You can use it for fishing from shore. There's no wiring involved whatsoever, and you don't even need to buy a battery. This thing is wireless, no wires involved, and the battery in here lasts for up to 4 to 5 hours, which means you could do a good 4 or 5 hours fishing trip down by the sea. So I think the decision is really up to you and what you intend to use it for. When it comes to good and bad, they both have their good points and they both have their bad points. If you can't make up your mind, just get both of them like I did. Even though I have the Garmin, I still like using the Lucky Fish Finder, because when you're anchored in the bay somewhere, you have to move your boat to see if there's fish on the other side of the bay. With the Lucky Fish Finder, just cast your rod in and you're ready to go. Well, thanks a lot, guys. If you got any comments, just write down in the comment list below. If you got any questions, I'll do my best to try and ask you them. If you need help wiring this thing up, you got to be careful wiring this up. And remember, the transducer always has to be in the water, or else you're going to fry it. Now with the Lucky Fish Finder, I've got it attached to my rod here. You can't fry this. The contacts have to be in the water for it to make connection, or else it's not going to work. Well, that's it for today, guys. Like I said, you got any questions, just write down in the comments. If you subscribe, you might be doing me a favor, because I need a few more subscribers. But that's entirely up to you. Enjoy your fishing and have a great day.